Hey, happy day 575 of What's She Up To Now. Documenting the journey as I transition from the offline world of real businesses, brick and mortar businesses, and corporate America to the online world. And day 575, obviously, I was not and am not an overnight success. My purpose, my mission, my original intent was to duplicate the success I've had offline in the real world of business online. I'm not there yet. Continue to work on it a little bit every single day. And I'm calling this one Busy Break and Boom because I'm super duper busy right now. My ex-husband and I decided that instead of just selling our house as is, we were going to do a rehab of it, and all new floors, all new carpet, couple new bathrooms, some new things in the kitchen. And so one of my sisters and I have spent yesterday, the day before yesterday, and today picking out all new floors, all new wood floors, some new carpet, all the paint colors, and a new bathtub. We haven't gotten to appliances yet. We may or may not pick out appliances. We might just do an appliance, give people money back and they can go pick out their own appliances. We haven't decided yet. Everything, we just decided this week that we were going to rehab the whole house and really fix it up. It's too beautiful a property to not fix up and not just showcase and show people what an amazing home it is. It's on, almost 4 acres of gorgeous land with protected woods in the background. And we're like, why are we not doing this? It's not that hard. So we know how to do it. We used to do it together in a business, a couple of different businesses. So why would we not do it on our own property, on our own home? So we're doing that, but that's kept us very, very busy. And my question is, how do you maintain momentum in the area, in your businesses, when life happens, when life gets in the way, when there's things that come up, because they always come up, that have to be dealt with? Now, normally, it's really fun because it's reminding me of when we first built the house and the excitement and the fun that was, picking out and choosing and doing things. And if I had 3 weeks or a month, this would be a lot more fun than having to get it done in 3 days. But the painters are starting tomorrow morning, so we have to have the paint colors. But to have the paint colors, we had to have the floors picked out. And to have the wood floor picked out, we had to take a cabinet door and go around to different places and look at what our options were. And the options and the choices that are available now versus 20 years ago, it's almost mind-boggling. The propagation of great materials, different materials, the colors and the choices, they're just, I understand why the ex is sending my sister and I to do this, because it would be absolutely overwhelming. It's not the type of home that he normally does in rehab, so it's outside his area of expertise, so it's easier to send us and have us go do all the picking and choosing, and then he just worries about the installing, which is kind of like what we did when we built the house in the first place. I designed it and got the architect to draw up the plans. I did it on a home building software, which was really fun because back then even you could kind of imagine and walk through. It was more of a cartoony look. Nowadays on some of the websites, they have artificial intelligence, and you can actually take the floor that you're thinking about, take a picture of your room, and it will put the floor in your room and you can see what it looks like. So it really helps people that have a hard time visualizing what something would look like. And we're torn between 2 different floor colors, and we could actually lay the floor out in different areas that it's going to be, because it's going to go in a really big area, and see what it would look like. And then you can even rotate it and see what it would look like if you ran the planks in a different direction. So there's really cool tools and technology available now and different materials. And so it's just really a busy and fun process, all crammed into 3 days. So how do you maintain balance in other areas of your life? How do you keep your business going and things going when life gets in the way? There's certain things like this we can do where I can be busy 3 days and it's not going to impact my business at all. There's other things when we have health challenges or bigger challenges, or someone in our life has a health challenge that will shut us down and absolutely stop us in our tracks with respect to our business. Do you have things in place that if that were to happen, you're okay? Fortunately for me, in 2010, when I had a sudden cardiac arrest, I had systems and processes and things in place in the businesses that I was running that kept those businesses chugging along, even though I wasn't there. Unfortunately, I have a really smart son who stepped in and said, I can do this. I can take care of this. Mom's got it set up that I can step in and we cannot miss a beat. And they didn't miss a beat in one of my particular businesses. Other businesses I was super involved in, and I didn't have a lot of things set up. Most of them I did, but there were some situations where I was doing a lot of the negotiating and things myself. And so those had to take a little back seat for a while I recovered from that cardiac arrest. So I guess I took a breather then, but that's not what I was even talking about. My 4-year-old granddaughter, who I'm hanging out with these days during the week, again, life happens. And how do you change things and move things around so that you can continue to function when life happens? I said yes to, and I would not change that for the world. I absolutely adore her. But they're on vacation for 2 weeks. So as much as I love spending time with her before she starts 4K this fall, they wanted to take a nice family vacation. So they are on vacation starting this morning at 4 a.m. for 2 weeks. So I've got 2 weeks where I can really have a little breather from that, and I can focus on the projects and the things that I've been kind of putting on the back burner because they're hard to do with a 4-year-old. Just like shopping for flooring and paint and carpeting. Well, I guess carpeting is flooring. With a 4-year-old is a challenge, but I did the same thing to my kids 20 years ago. Now they were, let's see, 20 years ago, they would have been 8 and 5. So a little bit older, but just as painful to them, probably more so than it was for her. We only took her yesterday, so it wasn't a huge deal. And she had fun picking out purple paint for her house. She's going to have an all purple house someday. At least that's what she told me and showed us. And some of the paint colors, I'm like, yikes, I don't know. Maybe the taste will change, but you never know. Everybody has their own tastes, and everybody has things that make them happy. Purple makes her extremely happy. So I say, go ahead, love your purple. And then I said boom, because I am getting the opportunity now to work on several projects that I've wanted to do for a while. I'm the guest in a couple of women's summits. I want to do another women's summit. So I think over these next 2 weeks, I'm going to quick see if I can't pull together some interviews and knock that out. In addition, I'm doing the One Funnel Away Challenge. I'm actually doing it and really being engaged again this time, like I did the first time. I've done it more than once, but I wasn't necessarily super engaged the last couple of times. The first time I was, because it was the beta test, and I really loved it. And I actually did right alongside that my own challenge that shared as I was going through the challenge. I'm not doing that this time. I thought about it, and I thought, no, I don't want to. I want to just experience it as if I were a brand new person starting out and a newbie. And so how does that feel? I want to feel what that feels like. So I'm doing that way this time, and I'm really having fun experiencing it. Although I've seen this stuff so much, it's kind of like, okay, I have to make sure that I pay attention and I focus on it so that I don't just say, oh, I've heard this before, I'm not going to listen. Because every time we listen to something, every time we're exposed to something, we get something else, something new, something more out of it. So working on that. Also got my own challenge that I've got to launch. I was going to launch it this last Monday. I didn't do it. I missed the opportunity on Monday, kind of on purpose, but totally on purpose. By Tuesday, I was like, yep, I'm not ready to do this on YouTube yet. I don't want to do it until I feel super comfortable doing it. So I'm going to wait a week and maybe 2 weeks, depending on what I'm doing with the One Funnel Away Challenge, and launch that maybe as part of this. Maybe I'll do a challenge, my own challenge, as part of the One Funnel Away Challenge. Maybe I'll do a challenge funnel. Haven't decided yet because we haven't gotten to that part of the challenge yet. But I am, of course, thinking ahead because I've been through it before. So busy, breather, boom. I'm feeling the bees today. And I guess I'm getting psyched up to go house appointment shopping. I don't think I have to do fixtures. Maybe fixtures for the bathroom. We're redoing one of the bathtubs in one of the bathrooms in the tile because I did it and I never finished it. I never grouted it. And I did this weird creative thing because I didn't really know how to tile, and that was before YouTube. So of course all those things are getting torn out. Or I guess they're already torn out. All the demolition's done. Now it's about the redoing. So there wasn't really that much demolition. Just ripping out carpets, ripping out floors, pulling out a sink and a toilet so that we could redo the floors. Not a sink. A toilet, and a sink and a toilet and a tub. I guess we pulled out one of each in 2 different bathrooms. And then one of the bathrooms is fine. It's just going to get new flooring and paint. So it's fun. It's fun looking at what's changed over 20 years. And again, the materials and what's available to us online as we're building our businesses versus what was available even 10 years ago is pretty mind-boggling. You can do whatever you want to do if you just be resourceful and put your mind to it. So that's what I'm up to. Let me know what you're up to and if I can help you in any way. I have to quick call back a coaching student because I was doing my videos and I hung up on him, which I always hate doing. It makes me feel rude, but I do the same thing to my kids. They finally know that if I ignore their call, it's because I'm making a video. Hello. So if you have any great advice for me or if I can help you in any way, shape, or form, hit me up in the comments below and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. Take care.